Thank my lucky stars, because today we are trying Lucky Saint by, well, Lucky Saint. It is a 0.5% unfiltered lager, and let's give it a go. So yeah, as I say, Lucky Saint, a 0.5% unfiltered lager, founded in 2018 and brewed in Germany using Bavarian water, using Pilsner malt, using Hallertau hops, and yeah, it is a market that has sort of grown quite rapidly in the past couple of years. The 0.5%, the low no alcohol market. It's not to everyone's taste. It's certainly a controversial one to try and get as good as a beer that's 0.5% that maybe is comparable to a beer that is full percentage. So it's always one of them ones where you try it and you go, yeah, it's good, but it's not beer. So not a full replacement for a high percentage beer or an average percentage beer. So it's going to be interesting to see what this one tastes like. So should we get to it? Can is cracked. Let's give it a pour. So I imagine being a lager, it is going to be a light golden colour. Yep. Very clear. But when I smell this, you could probably trick me to think that this is tasting like an actual lager, like a 4-5% lager. I'm getting sort of the nice crispiness that you get with a lager, that aroma. Yeah, it's like I say, I could be well tricked that this was a 4-5% lager. So now it smells like the real deal. Let's see if it tastes like it. Yeah, so that is not a bad effort at all. So I do get the sort of crisp, light nature of a lager. Yeah, you do get that lack of something in the mouthfeel. It is quite thin, quite light, It's almost like I've found this with 0.5% beers in the past. There is almost like there's a gap missing in the beer. Like, you get the basic aroma, you get a decent finish, but it's almost like the main body is missing, which is with the lower percentage, the way they have to make it lower percentage. There's a couple of ways you can make a 0.5% beer. I believe these brew to that rather than they brew to 0.5%, whereas some breweries that have 0.5% versions of pre-existing beers, they will brew it as normal and then do some magic that essentially removes the alcohol from it to make it 0.5%. But like I say, I believe these Lucky Saints do brew it to that percentage. So the malt bill, all that kind of stuff is going to be quite minimal. So that does, with that, bring a lack of body. But I have had this beer before in the past, and I always seem to be going back to it. For me, I haven't found a 0.5% beer that ticks the box for an alternative to a alcoholic beer. Like, this is something I go to if I'm going to a party or going to meet friends, but I'm driving. I'll always try and pick up some Lucky Saint because I've just not found a better alternative, really. Because, like I say, when I smell it, it smells like a lager. When I taste it, I get them lager characteristics. The only problem is this lack of, like, you know, the main body, which is why, I mean, as I said before, it's quite thin. But that's really its only downside I found with this. That, like I say, that is probably the closest you're going to get to a beer that is close to the real deal. Unless there's one that I'm not aware of that people would like me to try, I'm happy to try that, but I have not found a better one yet. And I seriously recommend, if you are in the need for a alcohol-free beer or a 0.5% beer, to give this one a try, and you'll probably be pleasantly surprised. So with that is going to do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments if you think there's an alcohol-free beer that you think is pretty damn close to the real deal, and I will happily pick up some and try it out for the channel. So that is all for today. I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers!